How are you marketing leads to prospects? Sales-ready leads. Hi, this is Tim, founder of the Online Entrepreneur Academy and your online upline. So are you a prospect or a lead? I guess that might be the first question for you to consider as you now are receiving this message. Maybe by the end, you'll be able to know whether you are a prospect or a lead, or maybe both. Okay, what is the difference? It is a bit of a chicken or the egg type question, depending upon which side of the street you're looking at it from. There's a lot of difference of opinion in terms of which is the beginning of a sales funnel or a sales process, and which brings you closer to that decision-making point of making a sale, providing the service, closing the deal. So let's start with somewhat of a firm definition, so at least as I go forward sharing with you my perspective, you'll understand what foundation I'm standing upon to offer you this point of view. Number one is a lead, an individual who has provided contact information and in doing so pointed toward a potential sales opportunity. That would be a lead. Distinguished from a prospect being a qualified and interested individual who, through two-way interaction, has demonstrated they are preparing to make a purchasing decision. All right, so now we have somewhat of a beginning definition. How does that all come together? How can we begin to understand more of this funnel or sales process that even you are in right now receiving this message from me? Well, let's look at the single biggest difference between the two, and that would be in terms of engagement. In the case of a lead, it's going to be more of a large-scale broadcast type message, a little less personal, because it's communicating to a larger audience. The prospect is going to be more of a smaller focus or an individual focus. It's going to be more customized, and in fact, it's two-way. It's not just a one-way communication, as is the case to leads. The prospect becomes a real person, and they respond. So the communication cycle is completed, and we understand more of who they are, what they want, what they're interested in, and how we can better serve them. Another key distinction is in the type of communication. To a lead, it is going to be a larger group, or it might even be an automated service, right? An autoresponder and other mechanisms that we have in sales and marketing in 2016, which communicate a message hopefully personally, right? These systems like to put the name in and this and that and the other thing if they're working right. Or it's just more of a general large crowd type message, and it doesn't come across quite as personal. Whereas with a prospect, it's very individualistic in terms of the content of the message, the purpose of it. It could also be a small group, but clearly more intimate, two-way, and able to be responded to in a very professional manner, an individual, customized manner. So now, which are you? Are you a lead right now, or are you a prospect? And of course, we could go round and round with these definitions. So why is it important? Well, it's important in terms of understanding today the mechanisms and tools, and in particular, as I would like to emphasize, a system. What system are you implementing today in your marketing to bring a lead into a sales funnel or a sales process and have that become a prospect, and ultimately, of course, right, to provide the product or the service and close the deal, complete the deal, make a sale? Any business sooner or later must accomplish this to be able to stay in business. Okay, we'll go into this in greater detail, but for now, this brief introduction, and I will share with you some further resources here to look more closely into this and to better understand what I'm demonstrating to you of my own marketing leads into prospects and closing the loop, closing this container of service. Why? Because together we overcome.